We're going to go ahead and get started in one of our main topics. And this is something that I think it'd just be fun to talk about.
Okay.
What was your first guitar pedal? Because I don't even know if I know that.
You don't know what mine is, or you don't know what yours
Well,
is?
I know what mine is, but
Yeah.
I don't know what yours was. I feel like it could have been a delay or something.
Yeah, it was my very first delay, or my very first pedal was the infamous Boss DS1.
Boss DS1.
The orange, I've still got it.
Uh-huh.
I wish I would have realized this was coming up. I would have grabbed it. But yeah, an orange DS1 from Boss, and I was playing into one of Dad's old amps. He had a PV Bandit at the time, which, you know what?
Still a great amp.
That amp was not bad, all things considered.
Yeah.
I was watching some Brent Mason stuff here a while back, and he was talking about the amps he came to town with whenever he moved to Nashville. Mm-hmm. And he was playing the PV Special 130s.
Okay.
So it's just like, you know, big old, almost like twin kind of esque thing.
Right.
So the Bandit is basically its little brother. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you what, that DS1, I played the crap out of it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just played and played it.
Until the light goes out and everything?
Yeah, until my LED went out. So I've got it still, but the LED doesn't work. I guess it burnt out or something. Mm-hmm. But those things are, you know, they're tough. Those Boss pedals, they're going to work forever. Right. I think I got that one, and then my very next pedal after that was it's either a Crybaby or it was a DD3 delay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
That was my first little...
What was your first amp?
My first amp?
What did you plug it into is what I'm trying to get
I plugged into that PV Bandit. I played that PV Bandit
you
for...
literally just said that.
Yeah, I played it into that for a long time.
Okay. Gotcha. So, I was about to say, I think my first pedal was a Voxpedals. Because, yeah, I was trying to be like Slash, and I was like, well, I don't want a Crybaby because it doesn't have enough sweep.
Oh, yeah.
So I want this Voxpedals, and it'll make me sound like Slash.
Yeah.
I had an Epiphone Les Paul at the time. I think I plugged into a Line 6.
Yeah.
And one of those Spider amps.
Yeah. Insano channel.
No, not in the Insane channel. It was like Crunch or something.
Oh, you never played in the Insane channel?
Don't get me wrong. I tested it out. But when I was playing with this wah, I was like, no, I'm going to play it on the Crunch or the lead channel or something like that. And yeah, it got me pretty close to Slash.
Yeah. You sound just like him.
Yeah. Especially, I'm sure you loved it because I was learning how to play. And you would probably hear your guitar. It was the worst Sweet Child of Mine you ever heard. But I tell you what, I had a lot of fun with that wah pedal.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that DS1 until I realized, you know, maybe I should try something different. But I don't know. Those first pedals they're life-changing. They really are.
What's cool about it is like, you know, you spend all this time learning guitar and you're finally getting the hang of it and you're like, but I still want to sound like my heroes. So then you try out something else and then it makes you more inspired to play. Yeah. I kind of think that's like the whole reason behind why people love pedals so much and like to try out new pedals, because it just inspires you in a different way.
Pedals were so like, I was so curious about them. And they were like, I don't know, they were mysterious and like special. And you know, demos weren't really a thing.
Right.
You couldn't go out and listen to things.
Besides Gearman, dude. So
yeah, well, when I got that, there was no YouTube, so it was not a thing. I'm an old man.
Yeah.
So basically a Neanderthal over here. So whenever I got it, it was just, I mean, you could read a little blurb, you know, in literally a piece of paper book about them, but you had to go to a store and try them out. And I remember buying it and thinking, like, this is it. I tried it and the Super Overdrive, the yellow one, that Zakk Wylde played.
Yeah.
I didn't know who was playing what. I didn't know anything about that.
Right.
I just went and played it. I was like, this sounds like cool rock and roll. And this one says distortion, and I want distortion.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I had the Voxpedals, and then I think my next pedal, because I wanted something with an octave and a fuzz, so I got the Angry Fuzz from Visual Sound.
Oh,
and I sold it, and I kind of wish I had it still.
It was
a cool pedal.
Visual Sound made some really cool pedals. They're still out there as True Tone.
Right.
You know, I actually use a bunch of their power supplies now for pedal boards and stuff.
Right.
But their pedals are really good too.
Yeah.